Well, no, obviously a disappointing result against the Wanderers. First, interested to hear on your reflections and after doing your analysis, what did you identify as going wrong in that game? Because you did obviously you didn't play the way we've come to expect from you this season.
Yeah, look, I said to the ladies as well. It can happen where it's just a day where nothing seems to go right, and then the goal you concede, it's a deflection that's going wide, and then a gust of wind hits it, and it takes a top corner. But I think for us, we sort of went away from our principles. We didn't control the play. We sort of forced the issue. I think we were very eager to score that first goal, and that sort of, and then once we went 1-0 down, we sort of went like, and the message was, I think the latter, it's not a right depiction of them, if that's the right word. Sorry if I've made the wrong word there,
No, it's
but
good.
I think it's not. Even though they were on 1 point, I thought they were a lot better than where they were. The reflection of the table wasn't true. So, and always when you go to Western Sydney, we knew last year as well when we were trying to force Sydney into a result on that last day of the season, and it was a tough game until we got that first goal. It was tough. They fight for everything, and you had that feeling, especially teams towards the bottom. It's a free shot, and that's always very dangerous. So that was the message, but. I think we were in the game, and then unfortunately, once that goal went in, we just couldn't find ourselves. And even though it wasn't great from the start, we sort of got into their half, and then we forced the issue a little bit. But it's something to learn from, and we've got a great chance now to respond. And maybe it's a good thing that we've got these 3 games and a game very quickly in succession coming. So it's a great chance for us to respond and show that was just a one-off.
Because when you talk about getting away from your principles and what you're trying to do, is that the result of having a young side? They're not used to facing adversity like that. They don't have the veteran experience to fall back on. Well, we got this. We just need to keep going. They panic. They're a bit more prone to panic.
I'm not sure if it'd be prone to panic, but because again, was just a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there where there's days when nothing seems to go your way, but yeah, maybe just the youthfulness of the squad. We didn't have someone to just to calm the game down. We sort of, especially at 1-0, then we sort of really wanted to get that goal to equalise, and then we were forcing stuff. While against Perth, where we were against a similar sort of 4-4-2, even though Western Sydney went with a diamond, but I think we controlled that, where we sent a fullback into midfield when they had the ball. So I think we were just a lot less patient. We wanted that goal, and we were trying to really eager. I don't know if that was because we got 3 games and we wanted to try put this one away early, but we said similar to Perth, where we controlled the play, we got our goal, and we got the 1-0 result. So again, it's like I said, it's something to learn from, and that we've been free flowing, we've scored, and like I said to the ladies, we can't let 7 games, or sorry, the other way around, we can't let 1 poor game outweigh the 7 good games that we've played. So I believe, I've still got a lot of confidence in the squad, and I've looked at myself as well in the mirror and said, is there something that I could have done? And I'm still learning, in my first year. So it's something that I think not just the players but myself as well. I'll learn a lot from this experience, and especially with 3 games in a week, it's a great experience.
Well, on those short turnarounds, how have the players physically pulled up from that game?
They all feel good. So we tried to have a plan going into the 3 games, because obviously 3 and 6 is very, very difficult. So we tried to have a plan, and best laid plans never really come out as you expect. So we knew we wanted to come off a really good start, have a positive start to the week, get a win. But okay, that hasn't eventuated. So now we just need to reset and just focus on all the positives that we have done this year. So like I've said to them, we can lose. It'll happen in football. In football, it's very hard to always win. We set out to win, but I think in the manner that we lost, that was sort of, it wasn't very pleasing. Like when you compare our loss that we had to Western United, where we played, that was, for me, that was our best game of the season, that we lost 3-1 in. Even though, as crazy as that may sound, that was a very, very good performance. And on another day, I think the score would have been very, very different. But on this day, full credit to Western Sydney. They came, they fought for everything. They made it difficult. They were everywhere. It seemed like they had more players. And again, it's just something we need to learn from.
On a couple of players in particular, a couple of your Matildas, Carly Rosebach, and she played her second game back. Emma Checker returning from a combination of injury and illness. How have they specifically pulled up, and can they play greater roles against Adelaide?
Yeah, they're all pulled up well, so everyone's feeling good, and we need to see, especially with Carly, she's been a long time where she hasn't played and recovering, so she's one we might need to look after and to see what her minutes are, and she's pretty much a day-to-day basis, and we've trained this morning, and we'll see how she recovers, but thankfully everyone else is good, and and then just the changes, so people coming in and losing Amina. So we've had to adapt a little bit. So it's going to take time. So we just need to now focus and find that balance again, and hopefully rediscover our form and with different people in it. But I've got full belief in the team, and I think we can really bounce back and set ourselves on a positive way tomorrow.
Just looking ahead now to Adelaide, they've lost their last two games, but looking into some of their more season-wide trends, they're vastly underperforming their expected goals this season. I think it's 5 less than their actual total is 5 less than they're expected. Do you think, is that what you're seeing when you're watching their film, that they're getting into areas they just can't convert?
Yeah, I think they're a dangerous team, and especially in Adelaide, I think it's similar to the men when I played. It's always a very difficult place to come, and they lift at home. So, and like you said, they're coming off 2 losses, so they're going to want to be very positive also to rediscover their form and to get back onto the winning track. And we want to do the same. We want to bounce straight back. We want to go back into the winners column and start climbing back up that table. So it sets up for a great game, and we're really looking forward to it. And I think, it's both teams that want to play football, try to play football. So it should be a great game tomorrow night.
And just last one from me, mate. Logistically, what do the next few days look like for you? So you've got the Reds tomorrow. Are you on a plane back to Melbourne that night, or are you flying back the next morning? And then what do the next few days look like before the derby?
Yeah, we'll fly back after the day after the game. So obviously, because it's a late kickoff, we wouldn't be able to make it to a flight in time. So it'll just be get back, have a good meal, hopefully start the recovery progress. Maybe we can jump into the pool quickly, and just hopefully the girls can get a good night's sleep. I know it's very difficult after a game, and we're expecting quite hot conditions tomorrow, so there could be the potential for drink break. So then it does make it hard. So hopefully they can have a good sleep, recover, and then we'll fly in. That'll be sort of our day off, even though we'll be in transit, and then the next day we'll train and get ready for the derby. So not ideal preparation, but look, it is what it is. And like I've said, if they want to play at the highest level and they want to go to Europe, this could be like a Champions League week where you play in your league, you fly to, it could be France, it could be Holland, it could be England, it could be, regardless where you are, you're flying across Europe, you're playing in a Champions League game, and then you're flying back to play in your league. So, I think they all have those aspirations, they all have those dreams. So, it's a normal week in terms of that. So, it's a challenge that we're happy to face. And, once you cross that white line, there's no excuses. So that's just been the message. And, we just need to go out there, we need to perform and hopefully get the 3 points.
And apologies, mate. I said that was my last question, but I lied. Something's jogged my memory. Just quickly, we saw Western United announce yesterday that they'd signed Angie Beard and Matilda to a 2-year deal. Any activity that we should look out for from your side in the coming days?
Look, for us, it's, we had Kote as the replacement for Amina, which was originally to happen in February. And then, our misfortune that, she sustained an injury that puts her out, and Kote's gone away with the Chile national team, and she probably won't be back till March until their February qualifiers. So we're a little bit stuck. It's a little bit misfortune, but, again, we've got good enough players in the team and enough quality that we can, we can make do without them. Even though they're 2 top quality players, they are missed, but, we believe in everyone in the team, and we'll be on the lookout if there's someone, but we can't replace, because we've got Kote as that replacement for. Otherwise, we're signing someone for 3 games and then they need to leave, and then Kote would replace them. So it's a difficult spot, but we're confident in everyone, and we'll go with what we've got, and I'm more than confident that we've got enough.